Super delicious. Super healthy. Sorry. I'm starving. I gotta eat this. I tried to find and create the most efficient, effective, and delicious way to prepare something as fast as I can without cutting any corners. I'm not always gonna be super basic, but basic is really good. You get that bedrock basic cooking foundations down. You can go anywhere with it. You sitting all so pretty. Oh, you want a treat? There you go. Who loves you? I love you. I think everybody else loves you too. They always say it. She's so good. She's so calm. I'm so lucky to have you. All right, let's get into it. Just happened to be out of long grain brown rice, which is one of my favorites. So I'm going to use Basmati rice today. Always rinse and wash the rice. One cup of rice to 1.5 cups of water. Sometimes I'll do 2 cups of water. It depends how fluffy or how dense I want the rice. And today I kind of want it a little bit fluffy, so I'm only gonna do 1.5 cups of water to 1 cup of rice. Now you can use a rice cooker if you have that. Amazing. So super easy. I just don't like too many gadgets. I have very basic what I need gadgets because I like to do things old school. It's just me. I'm gonna flavor this rice today. So I like to do different flavors. It depends on whatever I'm serving. We're gonna do turmeric, so 1 tablespoon of turmeric. One like 3/4 of a teaspoon of turmeric. And then I also have 1 bay leaf, pinch of salt. And then for the black pepper is I mix the coarse ground with the fine powder. Turmeric and black pepper go well together, so I'm gonna add a healthy amount. It's probably a good tablespoon. And then before I put that on, I'm just gonna give it a quick stir. Start rice off on a high heat until it comes to a boil. So one of the main things I'm gonna be preparing is greens. And here in the UK, they're just called greens. My guess is they're close to collard greens. Oddly enough, you can buy chopped kale here, but you can't get chopped collards. Whereas in the US, when I was at the monastery, I was buying huge bags of chopped kale and chopped collards, which helped prep a lot for me anyways. But here, I'm just gonna do it old school. And because I don't like eating the stem so much, I just take it right off. This is the hardest part of the whole video, is just doing this. Once that rice starts to come to a little boil, I just place the cover on halfway, partially, so some steam can get out, and then lower the heat. I tend to just roll them up. Like a big fat, I won't even say it. And then slice them. It's just easier. And I'll turn them. I want them bite-sized. And these ones, they smell so fresh. They smell like chlorophyll, if that's a smell. I'll add them to this. How I do it, I'll give them 1 quick rinse. There's no right or wrong way to do this. 1 quick rinse this way, and then I add them back to the bowl. All right, so the rice, when it looks like this, check that out, it's beautiful. Nice, beautiful color. But when I can tip it like this and no liquid shows, I know it's done. So then I turn off the heat and add the cover back and let it sit until I'm ready for it. Is it that time? Oh, it's a good girl. Who's this? It's a good girl, give him a kiss. Good girl. Good girl. I want you to see how easy this is. So different kinds of greens. We got the collards over there in the sink. I have this kale. They don't sell whole kale here. Not at least not at the stores that I go to. So that means I'm stuck with the stems. If you hadn't noticed, they cut them to the bare because they want to make money. They want to be efficient. As much as I do like the convenience of it, there is some work to do. So I try to pick out as many of the bigger chunks that I don't think I'd like to be chewing on. Like this, I'd rather not chew on that. It's just gonna be woody. As best I can to do a once over and just pick out the ones. So I did this for almost every single meal at the monastery when I was on that month-long silent retreat. I would make a vegetable, mostly it was greens. some kind of greens, and I would pair it with either peas or broccoli or green beans, or do multiple kinds of greens together. Just depended, just for some variety. And I eat as many greens as I possibly can. If I was making a soup where I knew this was gonna cook for a long time and I didn't care about the color it turned, because it always turns like a putrid brown when you cook it too much, which is what I believe too many people do. But if I was gonna have it in the soup, I wouldn't care so much. But because this isn't a soup, I'm gonna eat them straight up with some seasoning. I don't wanna chew wood. This is what I'm gonna discard. Beautiful leafy greens. All right, so I got the kettle going on over there, but I also, full disclosure, I have some boiling water right here. Because I'm making so many greens, I don't have enough room in that kettle. Hot boiling water. These are the collard greens. Just add it slowly. Obviously, I don't like splatter. And I filled this kettle up to the brim. I usually do this in the sink, so I'm doing this just for show at the moment. That's it. So I let them sit in here for a couple minutes. I'm gonna put this in the sink, and then I'll do the same with the kale. So because these greens are so hearty, this is why I wanna do this. I want to make sure they're tender enough that I can cook them afterwards. Some people add them to boiling water. I don't find that easy. I don't find adding cold greens to a pot of boiling water easy once you get it boiling. I find it easier to pour the boiling water over them. And then I know it gives them a little bit of time to cook, and I'm not gonna overcook them at all. It'll cool before it overcooks. And then I mentioned I boiled some water, and this is that. Kale isn't as strong as the collard, so it won't take as long. I usually do the kale just for a minute, and then I'll just strain them and the collards together. This is how I would do it in a large amount. So at the monastery, I would take 2 or 3 huge bags. I think they were 2-kilogram bags. They're big bags. And I would add all the cut greens to a huge bowl, and then pour boiling water over it, and then strain it, and then let it sit. And so then I could let it sit. I could even put it in the refrigerator, or I could take it like this, and I would do pickled greens if I added just a little bit of vinegar and some garlic and some herbs. If I had a restaurant and I had a walk-in cooler again, I would spread it out on a sheet pan and let it cool in the walk-in. And then I'd just have this for service. So whenever somebody would order greens, I'd toss a handful or 2 of this, and that's the order right there. Make it super simple. My goal and aim is to help you cook better at home, faster, restaurant style. And also what I try to show is a lot of techniques I learned these while working and running restaurants. And it just helps my home cooking be that much better. So that amount of greens, 4 cloves should be good. You can use as much or as little as you like. You can buy peeled garlic, which I have, and I do if I'm doing a large amount, but I do think peeling them in this way, it's stronger flavor, it tastes better. The other one, you know, with efficiency, you make compromises. I'm gonna give these a quick slice. Unwaxed lemons, obviously, are the better ones to use. And I'm just gonna take the rind off it. And I just go around once. Fresh lemon. And just give it a quick chop. Add it right to the garlic. Give it a quick roll to get the most juice out of it. Slice. And then one of the gadgets I don't mind having at all, and I got this as a gift from my friend in Thailand, is this amazing lemon squeezer. Juicer. I'm gonna squeeze that right into the garlic. Lemony garlic. Goodness. All right, so I'm also gonna add chickpeas to this. I'm just gonna strain them out. Save the aquafaba, save the liquid. So this is cornstarch. I'm gonna use 1 heaping tablespoon. I'm just gonna add the aquafaba, the chickpea water, right to the cornstarch and mix it up. So instead of using cold water, I just wanna make sure I get all the clumps out. Use a whisk if you want. I just add those chickpeas back to the bowl. Some parsley and some green onions I need to use up. The thick stem part I kind of disregard, or discard. I don't disregard. I discard that because I don't like to spend a lot of time on parsley if I don't have to. I'm not in a 5-star Michelin restaurant, although my food tastes like it. Give these a quick rinse. we're gonna cook this up. It's gonna happen quick. The hardest part is always just the mise en place, yeah? Get everything ready. And this is super easy. You got a can of chickpeas, a couple cloves of garlic with some lemon zest and some squeezed lemon in there, marinating and cooking itself. The acid cooks the garlic a bit. With the parsley and some green onion, and then we have all those amazing greens. And the turmeric and black pepper rice, basmati rice. I'm actually starving. So in order for me to do these videos, I need to motivate myself, because left to my own devices, sometimes I just want to sit and meditate, honestly, to be honest with you. But I haven't eaten, and what time is it? It's 12 o'clock, noontime. I started this a little bit this morning. I'm like, I gotta get this video done, I gotta get it. But I promised myself I won't eat until I finish the video, because once I eat, then I'm like, I just wanna read and go for a walk and do something else. I try to be thoughtful about what I eat, and that's how I try to eat healthier all the time. And not eating any animal products, for me, that challenge is awesome. Like, I freaking love it. I'm so much more creative, and there's so many vegetables out there, and so many grains and greens and beans and mushrooms to come up with some super cool concepts and what to cook. I have no lack of creativity. Anyways, I just want to share that with you. This is what I'm going to focus on for the next foreseeable future, is just videos. The more I can learn how to better shoot myself, because I don't work with anybody except for Frankie, and she's always on a break. She's always taking a break. I want to share as much as I possibly can with what little I know to help you and people just eat more vegetables. Leave the animals alone. All right, I'm going to use this pan today. This is just a deep saute pan. Yeah. People ask me where I got it. I got it as a gift. Once that pan's nice and hot, I have some olive oil. Now that is what I call a healthy amount of greens. There's just so many. I'm going to give them a couple minutes here. The key for me is to hold that vibrant green, because I'm going to add most of the garlic and lemon. Most of it. I'm going to save a little bit. And I'm going to mix a little right in there. A pinch of salt and a good pinch of black pepper. And then some of that aquafaba, the cornstarch, I'm just going to add about half of it. Water to this, and that's going to make a nice garlicky sauce. All right, honestly, sometimes I just lose my mind. All right, me again, sorry. Yes, it's June, and it's cold. I'm in England, where they came up with the color English gray, and it's called English gray, and it's also the weather 95% of the time. Anyways, forget all that. This is a perfect example, post-edit, of when I forgot to turn the camera on while I'm cooking, because I cook much faster than I can shoot all these videos. I appreciate you being patient with me. I'm learning. I hope to get better. Thank you. Frankie's over there sleeping. I just put all the greens into this nice bowl. Yeah. I did give this a quick rinse. Heating that back up. Some olive oil. Get that going. Add the chickpeas. A little bit of that garlic and lemon. I'm gonna add some black pepper. Pinch of salt. I'm gonna add that aquafaba and cornstarch. I'm gonna add another 1/4 cup of water to this. Parsley and the green onion. Add a quick stir in. If you think it needs a little bit more water, add a little bit more water. That cornstarch does a nice job thickening it up. Look at that. Beautiful. Smell of the turmeric. Nice fresh greens, nice and hot. I am so hungry. I rarely ever sit down to eat. I'm used to cooking and eating on the go. If you like these videos, check out these ones over here. And I got a lot more coming up. Thank you for joining. 1,
2, 3.